Who gets the least grief as commander-in-chief? On the heels of George Washington's 500th birthday, a new Gallup poll reveals that despite his accomplishments of freeing the Indians and inventing French toast, number one is not number one. Indeed, Jolton George, as they called him back when he played for the Yankees, came in fifth. JFK placed fourth. Bill Clinton comes in third, with Lincoln at the 2 spot, and the super awesome Ronald Reagan crossing the finish line with a survey leading 19% of the vote. In the 8 times Gallup has asked the greatest prez question, within the past 12 years, Lincoln, Reagan, and Kennedy have all topped the list at one time or another. Yet Morgan Freeman's fearless portrayal of President Beck in 1998's Deep Impact failed to get a single vote. Bigots. Either way, it all goes back to that age-old saying, trying to pick a perfect president is like trying to hate sleepy cats with cups as hats. Thank God we got that tape in time for President's Day. Am I right?
We'd have to wait a whole year.
Hey, Cruiser, can you tell a lot about a person by their choice of favorite and least favorite president? I think you can.
I think this poll tells us that the American public education system is a complete failure, because any poll that can positively mention Bill Clinton in the same breath as Ronald Reagan and Abraham Lincoln means that people just aren't paying attention, okay? Not only are they not teaching the kids, they're obviously letting them drink during 1st and 2nd grade, too.
I wish I had that teacher. See, I don't think that's a bad thing, actually. You know, Major, I guess how they do these polls, they ask you to name a president off the top of your head.
Yes.
Is that a good way to do this?
Probably not. But it's better than the way we pick our presidents.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
So,
actually,
it's got that going.
I like it. I mean, I personally agree with the poll. Ronald Reagan is, well, I put Ulysses S. Grant above Ronald Reagan because I did a book report on him in 2nd grade.
And what grade did you get?
I think I got an A.
There you go.
Mainly because of my drawings.
You know why I like Ulysses S. Grant? He was one of our drunkest presidents.
He was.
Followed closely by Franklin Pierce, who was not only our drunkest, but our most handsome. He was a good-looking man.
Good-looking guy.
Amazing hair.
Especially if you were drunk.
Yeah.
I'd party with either of them.
Yes.
They drink me on the table.
Imogen, your quaint little country doesn't have presidents, so it makes it
Queen.
hard for you to participate in these polls.
Yes, extremely hard. We've got the Queen, and she's been around since Winston Churchill's era, so we can't have as much fun. However, we do have Margaret Thatcher. And she was hated during her day as Reagan was hated during his. I mean, his approval rating was 42% in the early 80s. But now suddenly everybody loves Thatcher, and everybody's falling over Reagan. And there's not a presidential contender for 2012, including Obama here, who's not busy trying to tap into the Reagan legacy.
That is true. It's the Democrats and the Republicans that are bringing it up. And I think it's because I think it's not about policies with Reagan. It was about positivity, the fact that he exuded a sense of, like, we can do something. And also, by the way, he was coming after Carter.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and it's interesting you bring up Thatcher, because not only is she loved now, and Reagan is, I've heard rumors that they've loved each other.
Oh, Bill.
Spread it.
Why would he spread a rumor?
Not even a scandal.
It's not a new rumor.
Major, cut him off.
What the poll shows is if you've recently turned 100, well, Reagan didn't turn 100, but he would have celebrated his 100th.
Yeah.
If the Civil War is 150 years old, Abraham Lincoln played a prominent role.
There you go.
You still have family in politics, Kennedy, and Clinton. Most people were alive when he was president. You get in. That's it. That's the top
there you
four.
go. That's an interesting criteria.
Weird conspiracy, all 3 of them had ballerina sons. Not a lot of people know that, Greg. Not a lot of people. It's that whole, my secretary's Kennedy, yours is Lincoln type deal, but way creepier.
Obama came in 7th, and quite clearly he was robbed, and America is filled with nothing but racist scum. Don't you agree?
I think Clinton should have been 2nd.
No, I think history, though, his history's been kinder to Reagan.
I was being sarcastic.
I know
Imogen.
you were. I know you were. But you were looking at me like I need to say something instead of Bill.
When you're the man, you don't care what you rate. You're just
Well,
the man.
all right.
Yeah,
here's the
Here's the
travesty.
man.
Here's the travesty. 8 years running, Millard Fillmore has never cracked the top 20. This is a man who was a direct inspiration to Mallard Fillmore, the most pithy comic duck in the history of pithy
And
comic
on that
ducks.
poll, Thomas Jefferson and George Herbert Walker Bush tied.
No way. Amazing.
And where was
People don't even
Bartlett?
know which one's which.
Injustice.
All right, I got to move on. Do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's at redeye@foxnews.com.
Clever.
I know. And to leave a voicemail, my direct line, 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy. Don't like him. Did you just belch?
Yeah.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by Zip Lines. those cables suspended above a gap or incline to which a pulley and a harness are attached for a rider to travel across. Thanks, Ziplines.
Welcome back. Let's find out if we've got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to TV's Andy Levy. So, Andy, any new thoughts on Radiohead's truly magnificent new album?
I do have some thoughts, Greg. It's pretty clear that The King of Limbs is the best album of 2011. I know it's only February, but it's game over. Nothing else is going to match the smooth jerkiness of Bloom, the electronic naturalism of Morning Mr. Magpie, the jarring serenity of Give Up the Ghost, the harsh beauty of Lotus Flower, and the edgy mellowness of Codex. It's truly the great post-dubstep ambient trance soul record the world has been waiting for. And really the only way it could not be the album of the year is if Radiohead decides to release something else between now and January.
Well, I couldn't disagree with you more, Andy. The fact is, The King of Limbs is not the best album of 2011. It's actually the best album of the century, which is saying something, since to this day, I've still not listened to it. Yet I'm confident that listening to it will not alter my opinion one iota. It is really that great.
So you're calling it the album of the century when you know Radiohead's going to put out more albums this century. That's just really stupid and shows an absolutely amazing lack of musical knowledge, Greg.
Well, I'm just that confident about the true greatness of their latest album.
Yeah.
I don't think they can match it.
No. Oh, they can match it. They top themselves with every album, Greg.
I wish you would top yourself.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't even know how that looks.
Imogen, I think that
that
means
a
something.
muffin top?
Does that mean something different in England, Imogen?
It means multiple things in England. It
Yeah.
just wasn't
Yeah.
very nice, Greg. Be
Okay.
nice to Andy, honestly.
It means, well, never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Libya. First of all, let's talk about what a jerk Gaddafi is. The only reason he made that appearance was to show off a cool hat.
Yeah.
People are dying. He's like, look at my rad hat.
What was he doing
Not cool.
sitting in a Jeep with an umbrella?
Well, and how bad is it when a dictator has to hold his own umbrella?
Yeah. No, that was a bad sign.
Things are falling apart.
Yeah,
bad
that's a
sign.
good point.
Yeah.
Come on, be honest. 15 seconds of that, we were all saying Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, it was true.
Oh,
I thought
absolutely,
it was fake,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
I
Yep.
thought it was fake. I thought we were being punked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was one of your, goat-type segments. I was a bit confused. But
No.
He's a bit goaty.
Fred,
Yeah.
Fred Armisen will be doing that video on Saturday night.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Won't be as funny.
It won't.
I know.
That's true.
Yep.
It'll be like his Obama.
Yeah. Major, you said no one could ever agree how to spell Gaddafi's damn name. I always go with the Q because I feel like the G and the K get used a lot in other words.
Yeah. It's forlorn. The key.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
nice.
Plus,
But you have to stick it with a dictator, and that's really lousy.
Yeah.
yeah. Plus,
It's like
but
you always pick the weak kitten to play with, Andy.
more Scrabble points too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But Q, Queen,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's all right. Queen Gaddafi.
There you
Queen
go.
That'd be
Gaddafi.
really, that'd
And
be
the
like
way
a
he
total
dr-
nightmare.
And the way he
Double
dressed, he
Qs.
was a queen, believe
Yeah,
me.
absolutely. Imogen, you
Yeah.
said regarding Tony Blair's dealings with Gaddafi that it's a very complex case. Not really. Blair gave Gaddafi money and arms, and Gaddafi gave Blair oil.
And also, allegedly, he was being an ally in the war on terror. Allegedly. And not that I believe a word that Tony Blair says, but that was the argument that he used.
Right.
And he was George Bush's poodle, so something fishy was going on somewhere.
See, always, you have to blame Bush, don't you?
No,
I
all
think
I'm
she's
saying
blaming
is,
poodles, Andy.
it was a very complex case, and it's very hard to figure out either way what's going on until we see all the intelligence documents.
America would never make deals with dictators.
No,
Imogen.
you're absolutely right. You never
not-
go for a dictator in order to get
not
stability
something
in a
we do.
region. That's
Not
not
some-
what America
not
does. I'm
something
sorry,
we
I
do
was
in the
wrong.
Mideast
I'm
or
telling you.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Deeply
you're right,
regretted.
Andy. I apologise.
Hey,
We're going to hear it.
Well,
Deeply regretted.
Hey, Andy,
Yeah.
what do you call
Yeah.
the offspring of Gaddafi? Dictator tots.
There you go. Bada bing.
Hey.
That's going to be everywhere tomorrow.
A trending topic.
Yes.
Moving on. Stephen, you said Obama needs to raise his voice, and Major, you said we have to be careful what we say. I should point out that the recently resigned Libyan ambassador to Washington agrees with Stephen, saying of the Obama administration, quote, "I want them to raise their voice stronger."
So,
Neither of us agree with his grammar.
Yeah.
but Stephen's with the Libyans. That's cool. Right? Good on you.
Yeah, exactly.
We,
So Stephen and the Libyans agree. Yes.
It could. I mean, it could be
well,
really. It could get really bad tomorrow. That what I fear, and what I mean, it could be awful tomorrow. And then what does American silence do about that? If there are heavy massacres, where is America? Do we just say we can't do anything about it? That's kind of sad.
We're over here minding our own.
I know, but it's wrong. There's going to be a lot of innocent people.
Yeah. On the other hand, let's assume that the same Libyans who are revolting now are the same ones that were cheering when the Lockerbie bomber al-Megrahi was brought back to Libya.
We don't know that.
We don't know.
You don't know that.
What we do know is that deal didn't buy Gaddafi any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why not? Why can't we now go and pick him up?
It would be a shame if something happened to him.
Why can't we go to why can't we're going in right now to get him?
That is a chapter yet to be written. I
Yes.
think that could happen.
I don't think it's a good idea to interfere with anything right now, right? I mean, they're just going to use that against us. Like, and I'm asking Andy, like he has an
I know, right?
Yeah.
But that's a good point. And they should go in. America, this is the time to go in and get Al McGrahi.
Yeah, Bill, my sources at State say that we'll probably sit this one out for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing how quickly they get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll be reading the transcript.
Yes.
I am, yes. Wisconsin
When I said
doctors.
sources, that's what I meant too.
Wisconsin doctors giving fake sick notes to demonstrating teachers. Greg, you said, where was this guy when I was in college? I could have used this doctor. Yeah, because it's really hard to just not go to class in college.
Yes. I needed those excuses for other things besides class.
Did you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
They were more for the judge than for the dean.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Imogen, you said you're shocked that this is what you'd expect from socialist doctors in Europe. Imogen, this is Madison, Wisconsin. It is socialist Europe.
Oh, okay. I was getting my geography very confused. I'm
Yeah.
just being very blonde tonight. I'm apologetic.
Okay.
I apologize to the blondes.
Very liberal city
Yes.
in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Okay.
Major, you said this is actually a great leap forward for workers' comp. And Greg, you said that you're stressed and you need a doctor's note. Here's the thing. According to a piece in The Atlantic, one doctor who's an associate professor at UW, or U, is giving out notes for stress. But stress is not a medical diagnosis.
That is true.
And if it's in the Atlantic, you can believe it.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Atlantic National Journal, same family, come on.
I had no idea.
That's why I'm here, Plug
Yeah,
City.
there you go. It worked.
You're
My dark
welcome.
genius.
You're welcome, Major, by the way. You're welcome for that.
You got it, baby.
Reagan tops Gallup poll of best presidents. Greg, you gave George Washington credit for inventing French toast.
Yes.
In fact, the earliest reference to a French toast type thing dates back to 4th century Rome.
No way.
It's not even French.
So George Washington is that old?
No, I think you missed the
And
point
Roman.
of what I'm saying.
Roman.
He's not that old. He time traveled.
Ah.
So now,
That's why he is one of our founding brothers, Greg.
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
Spartacus Washington.
Yes. By the way, all you need to know about how silly this poll is, Jimmy Carter finished 12th. Think about that.
Senseless Carter bashing, really, Andy?
Why not?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was an open-ended question. I didn't
too
really want
easy.
you to answer.
All right.
Kind of that puppy.
Fine.
being-
Yeah, exactly.
Andy, are you
It's
resigning
too
yourself to ending this segment, or are
Yeah.
you just going to stand there?
I'm just resigning myself to ending it.
Okay, then go away, my friend.
Yeah.
easy. You look sad.
All right. Got a cough drop in my mouth. I was hoping I'd get rid of it before
I was
now.
noticing.
All right. So last week I told you how much I enjoy napping in porta potties. I do. But I also love charity, which is why I'm thrilled over the latest bid for my piece of artwork. Now, this is something that I drew of my imaginary childhood, in which little Greg was raised by unicorn parents. I call this piece How I Wish My Life Was and Not the Way It Really Is, which sucked. It's both beautiful and tragic, a lot like Ryan Seacrest, if you ask me. Anyway, so far the highest bid was from Matt Reel, who bid a healthy $700 for this piece of art. So if you want to actually win this thing, you're going to have to beat Matt's bid. So email your bid to redeye@foxnews.com to be considered. The bids close by Friday. And finally, let's not forget the real message behind this auction. It's not about charity. It's about me being really awesome.
That's right.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, you know it. Coming up, are the poor, are the poor smelly and offensive? Imogen Lloyd Webber on her new book, The Poor Are Smelly and Offensive.
I can't believe you.
Is Charlie Sheen one step closer to the ultimate dream? If the ultimate dream is being Emilio Estevez's brother, then he's already there.